keeping the winners round 2 action alive. We've got a matchup that I believe we saw in crew battles previously as well. I could be wrong. I don't know if these specific players faced each other, but Jakal, of course, representing Fisher here, and JeJaJeJa, I believe, is from Northwood, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe it was Northwood. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing them on stage
Yeah.
playing UT Arlington.
Yeah,
yesterday or
that's
2
what I'm
days ago.
thinking of.
Yeah, so I think pretty sure first Kirby in a week.
Definitely the first Kirby that we have streamed this weekend, at least in the bracket. I'm not 100% sure. Could have been some other Kirbys lurking around yesterday, but for sure on stream, first time we're seeing the Kirby.
I mean, I guess there's at least one.
Yeah, that's true.
If my math serves me correct, there is at least one Kirby in the bracket currently, and he is actually putting the hands on Jakal. I mean, great opener for the first game.
Yeah, actually, Jakal having a hard time trying to get the wolf thing started. You know, you're seeing a few forward airs, but not really any nairs hitting. Great parries. I think he's parried that F tilt twice now from, like, JeJa has been on it with those parries for sure. Crouching as Kirby, too. Look how small his hitbox
I was going
gets.
to say he like flat standing.
Yeah, basically. There's the first forward tilt to actually hit. Yeah, he gets the duck under those lasers as well. And Wolf Laser is nothing to be messed with. It can do like 5 to 8%. If you hit while you're pulling out the gun, it's like 15% or something.
When Kirby crouches, doesn't it look like the most fun stress ball you've ever seen?
Yeah, Kirby in general is just a stress ball, let's be honest here.
Definitely good start for him as well. Got the first stock. Yeah, the combos are there on point. Jakal right now. You got to start figuring out how to do the wolf. You got to start getting some damage because right now you're just a step and a half behind.
Yeah, I know there is some really cool dare loops you can do with Kirby and just, I think it's like dare up tilt or something like that. But there is some really cool stuff you can do with Kirby. It's just kind of, you know, rare to see a Kirby player who's super far into a bracket, but nonetheless, so far, JeJa just manhandling Jakal.
And he's just methodical. It's just picking his spots, waiting for the right moment, crouch under the projectiles, get nice and tight to the floor, and then look for the window, look for some of this damage, look for the punish. And he has been honestly absolutely smurfing on Jakal so far in this set, looking at possibly grabbing 2 stocks before Jakal gets one.
Jakal tries to go for all the pummels, doesn't get enough time to get off the throw, gets a little too greedy with the pummels, and it's amazing punish from JeJa. And now, look at where we're at. 3 stocks up. Jakal, you've been throwing out up smashes all game for what? You're throwing them out at shields every single time. The F tilt not even going to kill. Even hitting it with the tip there. So close to the ledge. Not going to find it. 150 on Kirby. Such a light character, yet somehow this wolf can't find the kill. Just throw him eventually, man. What are you going to do with 3% from pummels?
Oh my god, he lived. Oh, that's a nightmare for Jakal if he can't end up finding the stock. Really got to battle a lot of way back into the game. He's going to go with the kick. I cannot believe this Kirby's still kicking around. Jakal right now, he is in the blender. He's in a bit of a rough spot. Hasn't really gotten anything going all game. Like you said, maybe just go for more basic, go for more throws.
Dash attack takes it.
Try to make it nice and simple, simplify the game plan, because whatever you're doing right now, this Kirby has an absolute lead on you.
Like, you knew it had to happen eventually, but you're so far behind in the game.
Wow.
Down smash at the ledge.
That's a 3 stock as far as I'm concerned.
I kind of thought for a sec that Jakal had hit the sweet spot on the wolf side B, but the red sparks gave it away, to say the least, and that's going to be game 1. Easily going over to JeJaJeJa.
Yeah, you said we might not see many Kirby players late in the bracket, but Bowser Jr. and Kirby players apparently running the show today. So
well, when your combo game is that sick and you can take Jakal from like 0 to 70 off of a forward throw, you might as well. Like, it's so hard to come back from that. And even Kirby, a character with, like, you know, Kirby doesn't really have projectiles to play with or much of anything like that. But Jakal's just having such a hard time approaching him. And look at him stuffing him with these forward airs. Follows up. Now the dare comes out. The loop's off stage. Not going to find a spike hitbox, though. It means Jakal has an easy time just side being back. Bill is yet to find a hit.
I'm looking for Jakal to make a statement in this game, too. You really got to show something. You got to make some kind of adjustment. Last game, it just felt like you were grasping at straws the entire time. Wasn't really able to get anything going. It was a bit of riding the struggle bus. So try to come out this game, too. Come out with your head on fire. Try to even up this series. This first stock, definitely a lot better.
100%. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it, percent's pretty well evened out. Jakal, he did take a lot of percent with nothing in return to start. But as Wolf, you hit a couple nairs, you're kind of evened out with the Kirby. Down throw from the Kirby. Nothing really to follow up on that. Does give him a little bit of stage control, but back in Jakal's hands anyway. Jakal, that F smash at the ledge is something we have seen them do so often. And if you're able to find that read, the little like force palm coming out from Wolf is super strong. But if they just jump or they roll in, there's a lot of options to be able to get around that. Or just wait.
What's the pause? Is that like the hard exploding technique? Yeah, the 5 points or whatever. Yeah.
The whooshy finger hold,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah, just absolutely taking him out. Speaking of, that's going to be first stock to JeJaJeJa once more. So Jakal, you got to dial in, brother. You got to figure something out, because if you end up taking a lot more damage before you find this stock, you're going to be in a real rough spot.
JeJaJeJa doing a great job at being super safe getting back to ledge. The up smash every time. I don't think Jakal has hit an up smash this game, and he's thrown out probably 7, or this series at least.
Listen, what's better than 7? Go for an 8.
Go for an 8.
Surely it's going to land eventually. I'm just playing the percentages, right? Eventually.
I understand what he's trying to do, too. The up smash is a great one to hit Kirby. You saw how Kirby's ducking a lot of Jakal's moves, right? So the up smash is always going to grab them from the bottom and scoop them up. But if you're just doing it to shield every time, you're just going to get grabbed and punished. And we're seeing JeJaJeJa hit a grab and get 75% off it. So is the trade-off really there? I think at this point in the series, you have to recognize that as Jakal.
And that's the thing, too. You'd hope you'd recognize that maybe earlier in Game 1, because we're now about halfway through Game 2, and some of the same, this looks like kind of the same game as Game 1. JeJaJeJa in control of the pace, up a stock, has 0% base pace, so he is in the driver's seat, second game in a row. You said it perfectly. The combo game has been eat through these first 2 games. Once he gets his hands on them, it is 40, 50, 60 or higher percent every single time. It feels like every single trade is just, he's winning hard.
Look at that a great air dodge out from Jakal, recognizing that split second where he had the option to at least get out of that ring, but still, one hit, one missed tech, and suddenly you're getting jab reset into down tilt and up tilt there, and it's just the spiral keeps it going, and you're just staring down this menacing pink fluff ball.
That's the face of a man, nothing to lose.
Literally.
Oh, right now, though.
Kirby's seen things.
Kirby has seen many things indeed. Right now, JeJaJeJa up stock still 130 plus on Jakal. You have to imagine fighting more than likely on the wall. Being that it is Wolf, you still can put out a lot of damage. If you can grab the stock quickly, you can battle your way back into the game. But one mistake and you will lose.
On kill percentage, JeJaJeJa at this point, 2 throws that could kill his Kirby. I think the up throw that I might be thinking of Charizard up throw, but I don't.
Same thing.
There's one where you basically just lift him up into the air, throw him to the ground, and oftentimes it is a kill throw early on. But it could be the Kirby back throw that I'm thinking of. That's more suited to the kills. But like I said, you don't often see super high level Kirby, so it's nice to see JeJaJeJa just putting on a show for us right now and flexing the combo game too. I'm loving the combos.
Yeah, we finally saw a little spark out of Jakal, but that spark snuffed out in an instant. JeJaJeJa, Game 2, not as dominant as Game 1. Great, Jakal did a really good job kind of battling back there, but again, when you fall so far behind early in the game, you're really asking a lot of yourself to come back, especially against really strong players that might be in a bit of a weirder matchup for you. So down 2-0 now, reverse sweep on the cards, back is against the wall.
Yeah, and for Jakal there, right, you have more time in-game up against this Kirby, more time to kind of learn your own mistakes and fix them. However, as they were even, it still felt like JeJaJeJa just had that upper hand. Yeah. The punishes were cleaner. The raw smash attacks being thrown out from Jakal were questionable, especially when he was throwing them out. Kirby's not at ledge. JeJaJeJa's not in disadvantage. He's just running up and throwing out an up smash. Like, obviously that's going to get shielded and punished. I'm sorry, I've got nothing else to say.
Listen, you're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's very broke, please try and fix it one way or the other. So, right, definition of insanity. Running it back, keep running it back. Things aren't changing. Now you're down 2-0. So you got to make some massive adjustments. You got to reset that mental. And we are going to see, honestly, said, screw it, going to Sonic.
That's an interesting switch here from Jakal. I've only ever seen Jakal play the Wolf, so Sonic is a new one for me for sure. Obviously, previously on stream, we did have Sonics on the one matchup there in pools. We also had Sonics on stage at
I don't think he wants to talk about that.
Yeah, that's true. But nonetheless, we have seen the character, and you know, as much as I'm also kind of in the camp that Sonic is a bit of a lame character, but also I feel that I can never get mad at anyone for playing a strong character because they're strong. Like, that's not the player's fault if the character is kind of campy and lame in air quotes. You know, a lot of people like to use that word.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why there's such a big roster. There is something for everybody in this game.
I play Street Fighter. I hate people that play, or I hate facing JP, but I can't be mad at the player because JP is a strong, you know, zoning character. I can't be mad about that. I just don't like the matchup, right?
Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
Nice and simple like that. In this game, though, maybe the character switch was kind of that juice that Jakal needed because we've got a dead even stock one. This was not the case the last two games. Much better job to battle back. Looking a lot more stable. Okay, I'll take it. Why not? Why not?
I love it.
Nice handshake.
Double dares off the ledge, and when he realizes it's just over, he's like, all right, I'll toss the up B, see what happens. But regardless, you're going back to evens. And for JeJa there, the fact that you took the stock first was like, okay, I'm okay with whatever happens at the end because at least I'm not behind.
Which Sonic's real? I wonder. Jakal, though. Maybe I wonder too if he wins this, is he gonna stay on the Sonic? Is he gonna try to go to something else? Or I wonder because the fact that he's willing to switch early on, like, well, I say early on, he's down 2-0, so maybe out of desperation.
Not early on. This is back against the wall. True. I need something because Wolf is not working out. You know, maybe just stop throwing out those up smash. Wolf might have worked out a little bit better, but
let me find another animal and see if I can cook something up and take down
Went from the wolf to the hedgehog.
Listen, upgrade, downgrade, whatever you want to say. He has played a lot better, whether it was confidence, maybe placebo. He just had to get the wolf off the screen, get something fresh in there, try to clear his head a little bit. Playing a lot better in this game, a lot more stable. I mean, this has literally been lockstep.
Yeah, and I think Jakal or JeJa as well has had a tough time comboing the Sonic in the same capacity that they were Wolf. Wolf a little bit more of a heavier and floatier character, and Jakal on the Sonic gets to just sprint away pretty much. So fast on that. Spin dash, great neutral tool. And after that first stock trade, it's actually Jakal who's going to be up one. First time he's really had the lead any time in the set.
And I think the pace that you can play with Sonic is benefiting Jakal a lot more. He's able to just kind of try a lot more, be a lot more mixy, maybe keep the Kirby guessing a lot more instead of, because you said the first two games, he was very predictable. You could see what he was going to do a mile away. Obviously, if we could see it, JeJa was like, yeah, I know what's supposed to come. I'm going to be ready for it, and I'm going to knock you down. And I mean, once again, both these guys are not going to give an inch, but if you're Jakal, you cannot afford to lose, or it is going to be loser's bracket in 3-0 fashion. Revenge tour possibly on the way later on. So JeJa would love to clean up the 3-0. Don't risk letting him get back into the series and just shut that down and move on.
And even up against the Sonic, it's been a closer matchup than the Wolf, but JeJa has still had great ways to press his own advantage, great pressure on this Sonic as well. And for a character that can run away so fast, JeJa's doing a good job at keeping him in the close range and not getting abused by the spin dash too much.
Yeah, this is what I'd like to see out of Jakal. Make the adjustments. Try to see if you can cook up that kind of different game plan. The pace of play, I think, is probably the biggest thing that he's done so far, and I think it's definitely caught JeJa. I don't want to say off guard because he's still dead even at one stock apiece, still playing extremely well, so I don't think it bamboozled him too hard. He is still in control of this game, and Jakal, got to imagine, maybe getting a little bit nervous. That stock and that percentage are getting a little bit dicey, and this is your last chance to get in that winner's tide.
Yeah. Closer matchup here for sure. Secondary pick. To be honest, I didn't even know that Jakal had Sonic as a secondary. Maybe he has pulled it out at some tournaments, but just about every time I see him, whether it's collegiate or in another tournament, it seems like it's the Wolf.
Yeah, every time we did college, it was Wolf, I believe. Every
100%. In NACE, in ECAC, anything like that with Smash Bros, it was always Wolf. And, the occasional time I would see him on a tournament stream I'm watching on the weekend. Look at that. JeJa in 3-0 fashion. Winners round 3.